Hi Rooster, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter 2018 Chinese New Year's reading. Now it's kind of nice that the 2017 year of the Rooster has gone by. You'd think that your year would be more lucky, but it's the opposite. It can be unlucky for the particular animal. But what I can see for the reading for 2018, it's going to be a great year. Your overall energy card for the reading is the Six of Wands. This is a victory card. It's saying success, blinking lights all over the place. Something is definitely in the works for this year for you. This is where the silver spoon gets popped into your mouth and the red carpet under your feet. You're going to be wearing the laurel wreath of achievement and have your feet firmly planted on the ground with confidence. There's going to be a lot of high achievements going on this year. You know, and if you're not recognized, it's you yourself recognizing what you did and patting yourself on the back and giving yourself praise. Whatever it is, you'll have earned these accolades. If you've been asking some kind of question, the answer here with this card is yes. And it falls down too to the cards on the left for what you know. Because you received the Sun and the Lover's card together. Now, how often do you have the card of joy along with the Lover's card? It really isn't often. And the Sun card, too, is one of those where you're asking the question, and the answer is yes, too. The Sun card is about fog dissipating, and all of a sudden you're seeing things with clarity, understanding. You're gaining enlightenment. This card is about joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity. Whatever you focus your attention on, it shines a light on it. And here it's conjoined with the Lover's card. It says this year you're going to be shining a light on relationships and hopefully deepening your bonds in these relationships with family and friends, lovers. But this Lover's card can also be for partnerships, companionships. The Lover's card is basically about making decisions. Wherever your love and affections go, pretty much dictates your life. And it's reminding you to make some good decisions regarding relationships. Now this is the what you know category, and you're feeling pretty groovy about it. You've got the Six of Wands saying success and achievement. You have the Sun card saying success too, along with the Lover's card. But you know, in the interim and in the backdrop, there's a lot of work required and involved and going forward in your life. And the cards in the center for what is or can be yours receive the Seven of Wands and the Six of Swords. Now the Seven of Wands is a defensive card. People are not agreeing with what you're doing or where you're going. And a lot of times this is where you're representing your beliefs. and telling people that you're going to do it anyway. This is fire energy, and you're fired up. You've made some decisions with this Lover's card, and you're going to go forward anyway. And the Six of Swords is saying you're going to move on to where you've decided to go. You're not going to let these people hold you back. A lot of times people that hold you back have ulterior motives. But the Six of Swords is about going from turbulent waters to calm waters. And it helps you ease through this transition. And this card too can indicate some travel coming up in the future. Now the number 6 in itself is the number of perfection, the number of love. Love that's connected to sacrifices. And there's usually a lot of sacrifices involved in love relationships. Now I'd like to point out right now that you have 3 7 cards. You have the 7 of Wands. Next door you're going to have the 7 of Swords. And then in the future you have the 7 of Pentacles. And 7 in itself is about spiritualism and coming to grips with some types of truths. You know, the 7 of Wands there with the 6 of Swords sometimes makes you review what you believe in, because you're defending it, and then all of a sudden you'll say, well, yeah, is that right? But you see the 6 of Swords guy in his little boat moving right towards the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. Now the 8 of Wands is about sudden unfolding events in your life. This is a definitely positive card and positive events that are coming up. This card too can be about travel. That bodes well with the 6 of Swords right next to it. And it can be about messages as well. And this card helps too through the transitions of life. But there's some kinks in the graph because you have the 7 of Swords. And this is a charlatan card. People are sneaking off with things. Lying, stealing. And then again, it can be you escaping. As you're doing with the 6 of Swords, you're moving on. But whatever's going on here, usually you're stealing your own emotions from yourself. You have to be really careful of that when you see this card. At times we can be our own worst enemy. And Swords is intellect and mind and communication. So maybe you have to review what you believe in and what other people believe in and how it fits into your life. This could also indicate that there's been some really harsh words that were spoken to you, or you spoke them to somebody else. In order to get some rewards, it's usually a lot of hard work. And I see that in the future cards because you receive the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Now the 10 of Wands is saying that it's been a heavy load. You've taken on a lot of responsibilities. But it's also saying in the future that you're going to be dropping these wands and moving to other things. Because the 7 of Pentacles is the card about sowing seeds and waiting for harvest. And evidently you've taken all of the hard work towards some goals that you've sowed now. And this 7 of Pentacles is connected to the 7 of Wands back there, with people not agreeing with what you're doing. The 7 of Swords, with somebody sneaking away or you escaping. And now you've settled down and you're waiting for a harvest with the 7 of Pentacles in the future. And then you have the Ace of Swords. This is a promise of a new sword beginning, a new sword reality. This is the sword of truth. And this card can say that, yeah, it was a long and hard road to get where you're at. But you have to be really careful with the Ace of Swords because that sword has 2 sides. There's 2 edges to it, and it can heal or harm. But you have to use it for what it's good for, and that is cutting through the crap and getting to the truth. Now, if you can move on with the 6 of Swords card over there and the 8 of Wands, that are both movement cards, and sow some seeds throughout this year, you're going to receive the 6 of Wands card, the card of success. And I wish you happiness, wealth, and longevity.